Move the chains.
Welcome to the EndZone YouTube. Let's move the chains. The USFL is upon us, and Week 1 predictions are here. Make sure to sign up for the USFL chat on Discord and watch live with friends who cannot be at the game. That being said, Week 1 predictions are always the most fun because they're honestly pretty crazy. We do not know what to expect from these teams. With that being said, let's get in and make some predictions. So, New Jersey Generals, the opener versus the Birmingham Stallions. Generals quarterback injury to Ben Holmes. That's what we're going to talk about. How will Luis Perez and DeAndre Johnson step in for an offense that's likely going to be playing behind the 8 ball here compared to the rest of the league? The good thing is that all the other skill positions around the quarterback look sharp. A lot of these guys are really solid. The eyes are set on Mike Weber Jr., the former Ohio State running back. And how about wide receivers Cavante Turpin and Alonzo Moore? Along the defense, there are some spring football standouts in the secondary with Devontae Busby and Drayvon Askew Henry. For the Stallions, though, starting quarterback Alex Magoo is an athlete that can beat the defense with his legs. He has the ability to extend plays and launch the ball downfield accurately. He definitely reminds you of Russell Wilson, kind of his play style, and that's actually the reason why I'm bringing him up. He was drafted by the Seahawks because of some of those similarities, the ability to scramble outside of the pocket and launch it deep downfield. Wide receiver is a bit of a mystery, but I think that running back position is on solid ground. They have a three-headed monster in C.J. Marable from Coastal Carolina, Tony Brooks-James, and then Jordan Chunn. Defensively, linebackers Scooby Wright and DeMarcus Gates head up this roster, and I think they'll be guys to watch. I'm going to give the edge to the Stallions here, really because the Stallions, home field, opening night. Also, they are playing ahead of the game with the Generals having a not-so-ideal quarterback situation. Houston versus Michigan. Offensively, the Gamblers are a bit of a mystery. Can Clayton Thorson get the ball out actively and accurately to Anthony Ratliff Williams and JoJo Ward at wide receiver? That's something that we're going to have to see. The defense is something that I know is going to be the strength of this team. I can say that confidently. They have multiple spring football stars at all levels of this defense with Chris Odom at defensive end, Benaquez Brown, linebacker, Reggie Northrup, another strong linebacker. How about Manny Bunch and Jamar Summers in the secondary? This defense is stacked, and I think that it could be one of, if not the best in the league. But how about this Michigan Panthers team? They are the league favorite with Shea Patterson heading the league up at quarterback. I think he's going to be great. I got to watch him connect with wide receiver Ray Bolden in the practice game, and I really liked what I saw from this passing offense. Now defensively, they were able to pick up one of my favorite players in the league, defensive end Kayvon Walker, the XFL standout from the New York Guardians. They're going to have a pass rush on Clayton Thorson here, and I'm going to go with the known factor. I like this Michigan offense, but I'm curious to see how the Gamblers play in action. I still think that Michigan has the edge and they're favored for a reason. Now, we're on the official USFL chat Discord game of the week. Philadelphia Stars versus the New Orleans Breakers in what should be a high-scoring affair. Bart Andrus reunites with his highly coveted quarterback and Brian Scott, who many coaches in the league are worried about and have mentioned. He also brought tons of his former spring league guys to his team. This offense will have a leg up because of that special continuity that the other teams just don't have, and that makes them incredibly unique. I don't know too many names on the defensive side of the ball other than Jack Tocho and Notre Dame linebacker Tavon Coney, so we will have to see what they have to offer. The Breakers have one of the best wide receiver cores in the league. Watch out for Jonathan Adams from Arkansas State, former basketball player, has an insane vertical. His hands are crazy when he's consistent, and he should light the league up with his starting quarterback and Kyle Slaughter, a fan favorite. Defensively, Davin Bellamy, this defensive end, former Georgia Bulldog, is going to be a guy you're going to want to circle on the TV screen. He is going to have some definite impacts on this game. For this game, I'm going to go with the upset, though. I'll go with the Breakers over the Stars. A lot of people favoring the Stars in this one. I'm super excited to see these two offenses go up against each other in what should be the matchup of the week. And finally, our final game, Tampa Bay versus the Pittsburgh Maulers. It all comes down to Jordan Ta'amu, who may have some of the highest expectations heading into the season as QB1. He was elite in the XFL and will reunite with wide receiver Keith Mumphrey, who played in St. Louis for the Battlehawks as well. Defensively, look for this defensive line, especially up the middle with Dalen Mack, who weighs in at 340 pounds. We don't know much about these matchups in the USFL in week 1, but we can assume that the Maulers are going to try and establish the run with head coach Kirby Wilson, having that background as a running backs coach. The Maulers have some running backs also that I cannot wait to see on the field. Watch out for former European League of Football running back and Tennessee running back Madre London. Dude is the real deal. He has a chance to really make a name for himself under Kirby Wilson. We'll see about Kyle Lauletta and the rest of this offense, but you can count on that run game. As for the defense, this is one of the most unknown defenses for me. I really have no idea what to expect from the Maulers, honestly, as a whole. The Maulers are the team just that I really don't have many answers for to a lot of these questions when you look at them. Just roster-wise, I don't know all of the names, so I'm going to be totally honest. I'm going to go with the Tampa Ta'amus to take victory over Pittsburgh. I like what this offense brings, and just having Jordan Ta'amu, a guy who is electric in the XFL, in the USFL now, I like that pick, and it seems attractive to me. So I'd love to know your picks down below. Thanks for watching the End Zone. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment so we can move the chains.